Honey, I shrunk the EV9. So, Korean car companies are making great headways in the EV arena, with both Hyundai and Kia bringing out new models. Now, Kia, it had its EV6, which was a great start. It was their pure EV platform, and this was followed up by the EV9. That EV9's a great car, which I did a test drive, and I found it to be a really nice, big seven-seater SUV. Now, it's along the same size as a Toyota Land Cruiser or Prado, that sort of size. There's two main drawbacks with that car as I see it, and that's the price and the range. One's too high and the other's too low. So if it wasn't so expensive, I still would consider buying it because I quite like it. It's a comfortable car. It drove very well. But, when it's in Australia, it starts at about 110,000 for the base car, $122,000 or thereabouts for the middle long range car, and 140 something thousand dollars Australian for the GT1. It's getting a little bit exy in my opinion. Now, since the EV9 has come out, then they've announced the EV5, which is obviously a smaller version of the EV9, and that's going to be cheaper. But recently, Kia went and shrunk that one even further and announced the EV3, which is a compact SUV. Now, there's no official pricing as yet, but they're talking about it coming in at around the 30,000 mark. Now, I think that's American, so that's about 50,000 Australian, give or take. But the quality of Kia EVs, Kia cars in general, is always high. So, we've got some stats for this pretty little car. It comes in a few different variants. It's got the standard range, which has got a 58.3 kilowatt hour battery, and it's supposed to do 410 kilometers or 255 miles on the WLTP cycle. Yeah, 350 to be generous in real world. And then you've got the EV3 long range, which has got an 81.4 kilowatt hour battery, which is pretty reasonable. 600 kilometers or 373 miles, once again on the WLTP cycle. So look, let's say 500 kilometers real world range, which is pretty damn good. Now the EV6 and the EV9 are on their eGMP platform, 800 volt architecture. The EV3 is only on the eGMP 400 volt architecture, so it won't charge as fast. The standard range with the smaller battery is supposed to charge at about 102 kilowatts, and the bigger battery about 128 kilowatts. So yeah, you're probably looking at a good hour to fully recharge. I couldn't find any 10 to 80% is the sort of going figure that people look at. But although the DC charging is not exactly brilliant, it does have bi-directional AC charging of 11 kilowatts. So it can supply charge to another EV or vehicle to load more than happily. Performance, well, look, it's reasonable. It's got a 150 kilowatt hour front drive motor, 0 to 100 in 7.4 seconds or 7.7 seconds, and its maximum speed's 170 kilometers per hour or 105 miles per hour. There is an all-wheel drive GT model coming in 2026. Aerodynamically, yeah, look, it's a bit of a brick through the air. 0.263 is its CD, but it's a boxy car. It's a 5-seater, not a 7-seater. I don't think you'd ever fit 7 seats in that. The infotainment system is virtually the same as some of the others. It's 12.3 inch central screen that's divided into 3 sections with a 5.3 inch area for climate, which is very familiar to the EV6, Hyundai Ioniq 5, etc. And it's got a heads-up display apparently, which I know a lot of people will really like. Now, looking at this screen, it's actually got YouTube and Netflix can be played on the screen, along with some small in-car games. It's getting very Tesla-like in that respect. Now, it's not exactly a big screen to watch these on, but yeah, you're plugged in, charging. You go off and do your business and get a cup of coffee and come back. You can sit there and watch me on YouTube. Yeah. And it does have over-the-air updates, which is really good. Now, it's not, as I said, a huge car. Its length is 4,300 millimeters, width 1,850, height 1,560, and its wheelbase is 2,680. So, look, as I said, it's a compact SUV. Deliveries, they're going to start very soon, I think July in Korea. Second half of the year for Europe, lucky people in Europe, and 2025 for Australia and the USA. Look, I can't wait to see this car in the flesh when it gets here in Australia next year. As I said, I've taken out the EV9 and that was excellent. I've driven the EV6. Personally, it's just a little bit, for me, I'd much prefer the EV9. It's just personal preference, I'm sure. So what are your expectations for the Kia EV3? If it's anything like other Kia products, it's going to be very good quality, and the drive shouldn't be too shabby either. So let me know in the comments below what you think about it, and while you're down there, there's a like, subscribe and a bell button. Go click, click, click. Thank you very much. It really does help the channel, and I'll see you all very soon.